What's up guys, Aaron Bennett here. In this video, I'm going to talk about a couple things Celsius related. The first, the former head of DeFi at Celsius has actually sued the company, alleging it operated as a Ponzi scheme. So I'm going to cover that and tell you what I think about it. I'll include the actual lawsuit in the comments below. Is this FUD or is this something that may actually turn out to be something real? And taking a look at their maker loan, which I've been covering for weeks now, which I'll include in the description. You can see that they paid it off. They have a zero liquidation price, zero lock collateral. So this loan is officially closed. What does this mean? What do I think it means? And where do we go from here? And I'm going to finish this video just touching on a story that CTO Larson did, or a video he did a few days ago, talking about USDC and is it really as safe as we think it is. So I'm going to talk about his conversation, or his Twitter conversation with, I believe, the head of USDC, and let you guys know what I think about holding a bunch of money in stablecoins. And before I dive into the video, somebody said, "You look old now, Aaron, ha ha ha." And I respond, emotional, damn it. Yes, I know I look older, duh. And yes, I'm not sleeping a lot. And yes, I'm tired. So this guy is correct. And let's move on. And just a side note, I've been making YouTube videos for over 10 years. And there's a lot of me on YouTube that has nothing to do with crypto. So if you want to dive down the rabbit hole of my other stations, you may find some pretty interesting videos of me in not a lot of clothes. I will just put it that way. So the first thing I want to talk about, which I was going to make a whole video about it, going through the entire lawsuit, but instead I'll just kind of summarize what he's saying. So the former head of DeFi at Celsius, who managed the billions of dollars, which I'll include below, you can actually see the Ethereum wallet that he managed, and he has since the summer of 2020, I believe. He basically just sued Celsius and said it was a Ponzi scheme. Now, this is just a small portion of the lawsuit, talking about how Celsius incentivized people to deposit more Ethereum in order to pay back the original people. Basically how a Ponzi scheme works. So I went through the entire thing. I highlighted several parts. Now, I'm really not going to go into the exact detail of this because there's already some speculation that this could just be a lot of FUD. This guy's name is Jason Stone, who is the CEO and founder of what's called KeyFi, who basically ran Celsius's DeFi investing part of their business for many years. And apparently what I've been hearing about, he and Alex just don't like each other now. There was a handshake offer, which he talks about in this lawsuit. Basically, he's saying that Celsius did not pay him what he should have. It really ruined his reputation. It cost him a lot of financial damage. So we'll cover just a couple parts of this lawsuit. Apparently, he and his team generated hundreds of millions of dollars in profit, but their relationship began to break down when Stone discovered that Celsius lacked basic security controls to protect the billions of dollars in customers' funds, and they were actively using the funds to manipulate crypto assets to their benefit. He talks about how that Celsius had a $200 million hole in their balance sheet, and they did not even understand how or why they owed it. He talks about how Celsius failed to implement basic risk management strategies to protect against the risk of price fluctuations. And in March 2021, he basically said he could no longer work for Celsius. So I'm going to share this with you guys. If there's a way to share it with my highlighted sections, I will do so. But it basically goes over everything regarding Celsius from this guy's point of view. Basically how they mismanaged funds, they didn't hedge against the DeFi risks that he was doing, and ultimately he did not get the money that he was meant to get. So one part of this lawsuit that made me realize it probably wasn't edited very well, they said that January 2021, the price of an Ethereum was worth 0.24 Bitcoin, and a high of 0.45 Bitcoin, but really they forgot a zero there. It should be 0.045. So I know that's a small error, and maybe that happens a lot in lawsuits, but I did note that, and it is something to, again, maybe there are more errors in this lawsuit as well. I'm not going to give this too much credence, but I am sharing it because this is something that's happening, and I expected these to happen. Basically, when they halted withdrawals, I expected a lot of people, whether it's class action or individuals like this guy, to stir up some lawsuits against Alex and Celsius. So really it was just a matter of time, and this is the first big one that I've seen. And I want to finish the video here just giving a shout out to CTO Larson. Probably a lot of you guys follow him. He's a cool dude. He puts a lot of interesting videos out on his YouTube station, and he talked about USDC and is it safe basically to hold USDC? Is there any risk? So he responded to Jeremy Allaire, who I believe is the CEO of Circle, the company behind USDC. He said, "Are USDC reserves held bankruptcy remote? What would happen with the reserves if Circle, the company, goes bankrupt? I'm making a video today and I'm trying to find this information. That would settle any FUD, I think." And he gets a response with this post, "How we minimize risk." But he said that this did not answer our concern. They use the word should, but really he says, "Are reserves of bankruptcy remote in the unlikely and extreme event of difficulties with Circle, the company?" And here's what it said. "In the most unlikely and extreme stress case of a Circle bankruptcy, segregated USDC reserves should remain redeemable at face value, shielded from Circle creditors and separated from a bankruptcy estate per the protections afforded." So USDC is backed by cash and treasuries, I believe, right now. And this word should, CTO Larson calls out and said, "You know what, this isn't really giving me full confidence in USDC if the worst imaginable thing were to happen," which right now there is no sign that that is happening, but I will be covering this in future videos because I think this is very important to really figure out how safe are all stablecoins, including Paxos, which he talks about in this video. I'll link that in the description. You have obviously Tether, USDC, and really figuring out which one is going to be the most secure and which will always hold its peg. So guys, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. As of now, we are all just waiting and hoping everything works out the way that we hope it does. And all we can do is just hang out together and wait. If you're not on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. I post a lot there. And till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.